Well, here we are, finally live, finally ready to get into this game. BuzzKill, they will be starting on that CT side, the last resort on the T side. Lots of utility for them going into pistol around here. Trouto early on, looking to get an entry. BuzzKill, they've not gone for any aggression towards A ramp early on.
Indeed, well, actually 4 T players all trying to creep up this ramp. It's just King Joss playing really passive, waiting for some kind of aggression. Not sure if BuzzKill are going to give it to him, though. And actually, BuzzKill are playing this really, really disciplined. They're not trying to fight for ramp control. They're allowing the last resort to get right up ramp. They've just got Lazza playing in that nice headshot angle on site. And I think A is a really nice site to retake. So they're playing this really deep. If the last resort do just charge up ramp, they can get a couple of taps in, maybe get themselves 1 or 2 kills, fall back, allow their team to come in for the retake. But a minute now on the clock, and not a lot has happened besides TLR gaining that ramp control now.
Well, Lazza and Thomas, they're 2 of the players here looking to make an impact for BuzzKill on the A side. A third player looking to rotate in shortly, Solcas. He's smoked off. They can't really do anything at this point, BuzzKill. So the last resort, this should be an easy enough bomb plant for them. Up close. Well, Solcas, he's looking for Huskies. In fact, the last resort, who do find the kills there. Double and a triple actually comes out. Lazza, he's tapping, he's looking for something, and they're struggling to really make an impact. In the end, it's a 4K for King Joss, and what a start that was for TLR.
Yeah, fantastic round from King Joss there, going in, tapping away, finding himself 4. Absolutely brilliant. You can hear their reaction as well. They're so happy with it. That is such a nice execute as well, for them to run down the clock like that. And then that wall of smokes, it completely locked BuzzKill out of the site. Maybe they knew that BuzzKill were playing really deep. I suppose as they took that ramp control, they then realized that actually BuzzKill are playing really deep here. They put up that wall of smoke. It completely locks them out. It takes for a 5 versus 5 retake, but it allows TLR to get up to those smokes. A couple of players going into post plants, they had a huge advantage there, and they just capitalized on it. Played it absolutely perfectly, and now we're seeing a similar default as we were before. Bombs being left behind, and a couple of players just lurking about. Husky still holding for that push, as obviously BuzzKill, they're on that limited buy. There is potential for some kind of aggression, but they're not going to give it to them as of yet.
Approaching again the 1 minute mark. The TLR, they're waiting for BuzzKill to really see if something's going to be given up too easily, but I think for now nothing's really going to be given. Nothing should be given. BuzzKill obviously did invest in some deagles, and Thomas, he has got a UMP. Pretty much a full investment from the CT side going into this. Lazza now looking to be tested towards mid. There's 3 players approaching. And they're actually going to go for a little bit of a, well, unexpected a run boost. A little boost out onto the box. One of the MAC-10s looking to make an impact early on. But for now, it's actually a good chance for Benny to look towards B. The last resort, they've got good angles and good position to work with. But look at the time heading into the last 25 seconds. They're going to try and push and get onto the site. Husky just creeping into Max's crosshair pulse. He's looking for something else here, but TLR, they've got to speed this up so much.
They do indeed. 18 seconds on the clock. They need to go for this bomb plant. Pulse sweeps out, finds himself 2. And denying this longer and longer. I don't think the last resort have got time. They go back to get the bomb. Only 8 seconds on the clock. They have to opt for the save. That was such a mistake from their end. They were running down the clock longer and longer. They needed to find themselves some kind of opening, and it just ended up being too late. Pulse narrowly surviving on 1 point of health, holding things up and taking the round for BuzzKill.
Well, BuzzKill was somewhat lucky they were able to get that. It felt really unexpected, and that's a bit of a mistake from the T side in the early stages there. I'm not sure how much that will impact it early on, but that's still quite a big mistake to make early on. They weren't fully prepared, it seemed.
Yeah, I think they set up this default. They were expecting some kind of aggression from BuzzKill, so they just held this passive default. And it was the right thing to do at the start of the round, but I think they just held it a little bit too long, and it meant that actually, as soon as they then realized that, okay, there's only like 30 seconds on the clock, we need to initiate this push, they couldn't find the kills. BuzzKill were in really awkward positions, like just hiding in corners with these deagles, and they couldn't find the openings they needed, plus the fact they had to go back for the bomb. There was absolutely no chance.
Early on, Husky. He is smoked off. BuzzKill, they've gone for this aggression this time towards ramp. King Joss, sorry, will be finding that first one. Trouto just going to go back down towards ladder, and Last resort, again, just spread out, look for some intel. Thomas will just give away his position with that little bit of a pre-fire. And Lazo again just opting to play it safe back towards aim. The last resort yet to peek here towards ramp, and when they do, get a bit more map control. Get it uncontested. They do have some pistols to work with. Again, looking for an entry. BuzzKill now will have a second in Thomas towards the A site.
Yeah, King Joss now the man with the gun as he rotates round. They start creeping up. Similar to setup to what we actually saw in the pistol round. I don't think they're going to have this wall of smoke, so Flash goes up. Thomas and Laz are not going to be affected by it, and Lazar actually finds himself one, but Thomas going to come in, gets himself two. Truto finally gets the trade, so it's a 2 versus 2. They should be able to get this bomb plant down, and now it's on Mighty Max and Pulse to try and clutch things out. TLR, they haven't had the time to get the appropriate post plants, but it is Mac 10s versus CZs, and tapping away. They need to find these kills. It's all on Husky now, 2 versus 1. Not going to be able to do it as Pulse takes him down. Easy enough retake for BuzzKill. Being in so fast on that rotation meant that TLR, they couldn't get those post plants, and they just ran in with those Mac 10s, shut them down as they were trying to find themselves a place to hide. And again, well played from BuzzKill. TLR did quite well to get the bomb plant, nonetheless.
Yeah, they were really good in that respect, but they just looked a little bit slow and a little bit sloppy. And when they got onto that site, the bomb plant, it wasn't confident, it wasn't instant. They were a little bit shaken in some respects going into that. And that now means BuzzKill can try and push on for the third here. Trouto early on, lots of nade damage. That nade could be good, and there goes Soulcast. Soulcast finding himself one. Easy enough clean up the nades, doing most of the work here towards mid. JB towards the top of the ladder. Probably won't find much aside from the solo kill he's got.
Yeah, JB might be able to take down Soulcast here if he's not looking. He'll be able to do that, but Laza trades it out. So 2 kills on that eco round for the last resort. It's really the best they could have hoped for. It's actually a decent round, and it allows Benny to pull out this AWP, which first time this game, actually Laza's going to pull out an AWP as well. So the 2 men with the big guns. And we'll see how that plays out.
This, of course, is last resort's map pick. Early on, just been waiting for the money to catch up to them, so now they can get an AWP, SGs and AKs out. King Joss early on. Just be keeping watch of things towards the top of mid. BuzzKill again, not really looking to aggress Thomas, the sole player here, up close by sandbags. Again, we'll get some sort of intel.
Yeah, this is really the first round that BuzzKill have actually contested ramp control as well. Thomas is up in this aggressive angle, holding it, really, really tight angle that he's holding, but an angle nonetheless, and he should maybe be able to get this kill. He will, but now there's 2 players holding his fullback, but how's he going to do it? He finds himself all 3. That's fantastic from him, and that's almost secured BuzzKill the round, unless there's a miracle from Husky or King Joss.
Yeah, they've got some utility to really work with, and it's looking as if they want to try and split, get something towards Beam. For now, Pulse, he will hold. Husky actually gives up the idea of contesting it as his teammate Joss finds himself one towards top of mid. Looking for a second. It is just slow and calming from last resort, but this could become an issue now as we enter the last 20 seconds. The AWP, it's there, but the AWP, it's struggling. Laza needs to hit a shot, and for now, nothing will really come out.
Yeah, Husky needs to find this kill on site. BuzzKill played that absolutely perfectly. They knew that they could just run down the clock. If they were all going to peek out, it gave Last Resort a chance. Yeah, they would have had to take a lot of gunfights. They would have had to have won all their gunfights, but it does give them a lifeline. However, BuzzKill hiding behind those boxes, running down the clock as long as they can, forcing the Last Resort to fall right into their crossfires. And they, again, played that absolutely perfectly, BuzzKill. So 4 rounds on the board for them. The Last Resort forced into another situation where, realistically, best they can buy, Kevlar and a couple of players, couple of Deagles, but it's not looking ideal. And Thomas opening things up with his first, going to continue to push, but gets a bit greedy and can't find himself a second.
Yeah, Lazo yet to really respond. He just spotted the head of his opponent, but no damage will actually be dealt for now, and this could be an issue. for Lazar, given there was another player up close, easy enough as he eliminates J-Beam, Benny. Only a deagle, but still can be quite deadly and dangerous. And M4 also up close now, and Pulse actually eliminated. Nice shot comes in. It was actually Joss finding himself Pulse. And again, we enter the 1 minute mark with Last Resort still yet to really commit to a side. Even on these ecos, they play it slow, but the fact that now Joss has this M4 in mid could certainly make this split or play towards a even more deadly.
Yeah, down to a 3 versus 3 now. The Last Resort have managed to retrieve 2 guns. That's Benny opening things up as well, so that should initiate this push over towards the A site. Soulcast, the sole man there to hold it up, but Mighty Max quickly responding, coming in to help his teammate try and hold up this site. I mean, they've kind of given up the site control, but with no bomb plant yet, it does mean that they can still contest it. So Mighty Max taking down Benny. That's a big frag. So now a 2 versus 2 in the Last Resort. They need to get on site. They need to get this bomb plant down. He is just about going to get away with the plant, but Soulcast going to take him down. So all on King Joss to try and clutch this one up. 2 versus 1. He's going to walk through this smoke, and I don't think Soulcast is going to expect it. He might be able to get away with this. He's going to do exactly that. He plays it perfectly. And BuzzKill, the smoke isn't a wall. You can't just turn your back to it and not expect him to walk through, because King Joss going to do that to you.
And they really weren't expecting that play to come through from that angle as well. That was really smart from him, and you heard the reaction. You know how much it meant. The Last Resort, they really want to try and cause chaos, make this map theirs. The Molotov towards mid, not really going to impact Lazar. But again, denies if BuzzKill want to play fast. That's Trouto opening things up towards B. Flash will go over. Pulse for now solo, but might have support if Lazar chooses to boost towards window. Last Resort, they found this entry, but not going to be committing to it. Waiting to see if BuzzKill maybe overcommits, give up something easily. For now, Pulse will just hold.
Yeah, the Last Resort just going for this really slow default again, waiting for some kind of BuzzKill aggression. BuzzKill, for now, aren't going to give it to them. In fact, they're actually just going to fall right back. They've run down the clock quite considerably, and not allowing the Last Resort to get any opening means that now actually the Last Resort, they need to push for it. Yeah, they need to start gaining some map control. They need to start taking some fights to open something up for a bomb site. With 50 seconds on the clock, and it's looking like we are seeing the Last Resort somewhat committing over towards the A side of the map, again creeping up ramp, and they've had a fair amount of success with it, I'd say, so far this game.
Deep nade isn't going to be that damaging from TLR's point of view. Not quite on the site yet, but now preparing to push. It will essentially be a 3 versus 2. Pulse can find himself Husky towards B. That clears away that threat from BuzzKill's perspective. But BuzzKill, look how much on the site they're again just giving up. 15 seconds, Last Resort, again pushing, committing quite late. That for now will be Lazar finding 1. So I'm actually getting denied as well. An instant shutdown from BuzzKill towards A. Last Resort get nothing and not even a bomb plant.
Again, just another unfortunate one for the Last Resort. They've done the same thing again. They've played this passive default, and then they've just kind of held it for too long. And by the time that they've initiated this push, after not actually getting any openings, they then find themselves in a situation where, rather than being able to thoroughly clear the site, they have to just run onto it, go for this bomb plant, and they just fall right into a crossfire, can't do anything. Right now, Last Resort, we're seeing them on a force buy. They're just going straight for mid, but it's being held up well by BuzzKill. Pulse and Lazar getting themselves 1 each. Lazar comes in with 1 more. Thomas there to support his teammate as well, but he's going to get his head ripped off by Husky. Let's see what Husky can do here, actually, because all 3 players are there. If his aim can be on fleek, he might be able to find himself more. Only 1 more onto Lazar. Soulcast should be able to retrieve that AWP. He's going to do exactly that. And the Last Resort, they did quite well to get 3 kills there, I'd say, but still, BuzzKill to take the round and start widening this gap and running away with a half.
Last Resort need to start looking ahead towards making some sort of response at this point. That was really the first time we saw them try and commit to something fast and quick, and only on pistols, trying to cause damage as quick as possible. Wasn't really the case, which came out in the end. Benny, just keep on watching mid from the top of ladder room. Husky is looking towards the B stairs, but for now won't quite be contested. TLR's used towards mid, 2 mollies towards E-box. Lazar. Just searching and holding. Knows that there's at least one going to be contested, and for now smoked off. Can't entirely commit. Last Resort will have a good amount of players considered towards mid. Thomas, great angle here towards CT.
Indeed, and for the first time we're seeing the Last Resort play their same default, but they're just speeding things up a bit. We're at the minute mark, and they have taken mid control. They've smoked off Lazar. I was actually like, you could see Lazar considered going through it, but he did play the discipline, came back. It's 5 versus 5 still, and I mean, look at the positions right now. TLR, they're pretty much locked in mid. They're going to throw that smoke again onto Lazar, but they need to find this kill onto Thomas. And actually, by the looks of things, they are just going to flash, go back, jump through the hole, try and get onto B, but Mighty Max is there to hold it up. Finds himself one. Trato and King Josh coming back with the responses. Lazar on the rotation finds himself one. JB's going to trade it, though, so wow, Mighty Max straight through the smoke. A 2 versus 2 now, and he has to try and retake this site with his teammate.
Oh, nice little retake. We'll get them both in quick succession. Last Resort, a bomb plant was theirs, but couldn't quite hold on to the site as Mighty Max gets a nice little triple. 7-2, and now BuzzKill are starting to get a pretty comfortable lead going on this CT side. It is Resort's map pick. Noani isn't really there, so I say it's not really there. I saw Benny, he didn't have much to work with. Gets the AWP drop to him. Pretty balanced buyout. Soulcast. He'll go for the molly mid instead. And Last Resort go back to their slow, calming default play.
Yeah, interested to see what Benny can do with this AWP this round. So last time he had one, he didn't really have much of an impact, but right now he's got a nice little boost going, and they are just going to be doing what they were doing before, where they kind of hold ramp from deep. They wait for someone from BuzzKill to push, and then they start aggressing up. But they need to smoke off Lazar, because he's holding the same angle he was holding before. Is the smoke going to come in? Surely he finds his kill. No, he doesn't. The smoke pops just before Trato peaks. They've done that well, and Lazar is forced to fall back.
Just waiting as we hit the minute mark. The Last Resort, they're going to have all 5 players coming in from ramp now. Could completely overwhelm BuzzKill if they're not fully prepared for it. So the AWP and the Org have to now start hitting the shots. There's one for JB. King Joss a second. But that's not really the site cleared yet. There's still an AWP here. Lazar could really cause issues here if they're not prepared for it. The smoke will go down in the bomb. That's nice from Lazar. A second, not quite coming out. BuzzKill, a man disadvantage now as they play retake. They've got the players here, and Soulcast, he'll get himself another. Chancellor just holding, he's expecting someone to boost up and peak, but the Last Resort, they've got these post plants. There shouldn't be a chance really for BuzzKill.
Yeah, this is so difficult for them right now. I think Mighty Max, he's actually just going to try and get on the bomb. He's got the smoke, he's got the flash, swings out, finds himself one, can't do much more than that. Trato trades it. TLR, they played that perfectly. They had the bomb down really open. They had the post plants. BuzzKill, absolutely no chance retaking that site.
Money's not fully there for TLR this round. Just about make it work out. BuzzKill might lose a 4th round here with only these pistols. They've stacked 4 towards B. Lazar solo on aim. A search and hope for damage as the Last Resort again. Just wait. Just watch.
Yeah, full eco from BuzzKill. I think TLR, they're just playing this super slow. They don't want to just charge into some stack and get mowed down by P250s. Lazar, though, not taking that deep angle that he has previously been taking with the AWP. He's getting right up close to this smoke with the P250, hoping that they do try and boost someone up here. But for now, TLR not committing to anything as of yet. They're still just slowly creeping up, trying to see if they can pick someone off before they initiate this push. But actually, there's 3 players now over towards this A site. One more rotating over as well. And as the Molotovs come in, Thomas is forced off. Lazar is forced to take this gunfight. He needs to try and hold things up. Otherwise, they are just going to give up the site and have to go for a 4 versus 4 retake with no firepower to do so. Soulcast falls, trying to contest Truto, and Now, the man advantage for TLR and BuzzKill, well, they've got no guns. I'm not sure how they'll be able to do this. Benny finds another. King Joss doing work, finds himself two, and now it's all on Thomas, Deagle in hand. And really, he will just be looking for an exit frag, and he's going to find one, and it's the likes of King Joss. He might be able to go and retrieve that gun.
Last resort. Somewhat looking to hunt this. Almost splitting up to find this kill, so Thomas a chance for some more 1v1s he can win with the Deagle. There's another to choose and wanted to look towards CT. That's where JB is. There's a fourth. Last resort on the T side. Doing a bit more work in these recent rounds. BuzzKill do have the money again to work with, but utility might be an issue here. Not full, but not that bad of an issue.
Yeah, Thomas did well there to make that expensive for TLR last round, getting himself 2 kills. So they are going to have to rebuy a couple of players, not with the money, but oh my goodness, Mighty Max tapping away. He finds himself 2, can't do much more than that, but he does a lot of damage. And actually, the last resort, they're going to need to fall off of this. They can't continue to contest these fights. Both players low HP and 4 versus 2. What more can they do here? It is 20 seconds into the round, and it's, well, I mean, I say their fate is sealed.
Maybe. Can find something else. They've still got the bomb to work with. JB. A slight sound cue maybe given away there towards Pulse on beam. BuzzKill not entirely hunting. Oh, just playing it calmer at this point. Soulcast. Nice one. And he falls. JB gets 1 back. But now BuzzKill surely just go on and push for the kill. There's 2 already towards the stairs. A little bit of a cover for JB. Maybe not expecting the all got close. It's Luzzer. It's an 8th round. BuzzKill have the half in their favour now. So the last resort just looking for as many rounds back as possible.
Yeah, Mighty Max having a fantastic round there, despite the fact that he only had the FAMAS. He still just taps away, gets those headshots, actually the double dinks, and does fantastic. Dinks the 3rd as well, so much damage being done by him, stopping that B rush, and yeah, putting 8 on the board for BuzzKill, which is, I mean, that's good. They've already sort of won the half, so to speak. So anything after this will be considered a bonus, but I'm sure they will be looking for more. Currently, though, TLR playing this slow ramp control thing that they've been doing, where they just kind of sit at the bottom, they wait for some aggression. It's just their standard default, and now it's looking like they are something now.
Pulse a little too early on the pre-fire. No damage really achieved. There's still lots of utility for last resort really to use here. If they want to try and push Luzzer, might contest this quite late, maybe waiting for a flash in, but for now learns that it's clear. In fact, it's not. Just again, holding a smoke. Goes down on the cross. Means last resort can now attack the choke point. Oh, Molotov not quite going to connect. This could be a bit of an issue here for BuzzKill unless they find the kill. For Luzzer, it's a nice little double. They need a man to find that one back. King Josh, again, wants to peek through this little gap in the wall. Gets themselves onto the site at least, but Thomas still has the cover. Can't deny a bomb plant, but Soulcast has still allowed more damage. 1, not quite the 2nd. Thomas will find the trade at least. BuzzKill keep 2 and find the defuse.
Yeah, no ideal there, just charging into that bomb site, going for the plant whilst the smokes are fading. So as soon as that plant went down, BuzzKill came in, got those kills, didn't allow TLR to get into those after plant positions, and they just really couldn't do anything there at all. Funny to see as well that Luzzer actually completely missed his Molotov. It bounced into the box, but Husky still ran into it, and Luzzer actually got a kill with the Molotov, so I don't quite know how that's happened, but BuzzKill on 9 rounds now, and TLR, they'll really be looking to win these next 2 because, I mean, like a 9-6 half would be respectable. They can definitely pull that back, but ooh,
there's one back. Mighty Max gets himself one more. It wasn't an expected eco from the last resort at this point here. JB 1 back. No more. as the last resort find 2.5 bomb. Now they've got the money, now they can try and push for a 5th here, but my fear is if BuzzKill find themselves this 11th, it could slowly be the map gripping away from last resort. It is their map pick, don't forget. They do now have an open Kriegs and AKs to work with. A nice full buy to end the half, an early nade, somewhat damaging towards Benny, down to 86. And back to these slow rounds up close and mid. Soulcast actually wins that on 13 HP. Thomas finds an opening also towards A ramp, and now the last resort, they start to spread out. They start to lose players, but Trouto, he's allowed one back.
Yeah, BuzzKill completely changing the way they hold things. They've gone for that early aggression. They've got those 2 kills. I'm not quite sure, after they had that 2-man advantage, why they're continuing to aggress over on the A side of the map. They've just thrown away that 2-man advantage. Now it is back onto a 3-on-3. It's given TLR a lifeline to work with to fight for this 5th round. But as you say, TLR, this is their map pick. They have shown their cards on their T side. They've shown that they have been prepared for this T side.
Yes.
They've pulled out like some structured plays, but I think they've thrown away too many rounds where they've made these slight mistakes, like they've taken too long, they've kind of sat and held their default for a bit too long and not found anything, and then had to rush into a bomb plant and just get him mowed down as they go for it. But right now, creeping up around Thomas, a nice off angle, manages to pick up Trouto. That's the bomb down as well, and he can just fall back, run down the clock, and call the rotation for his teammate.
Asking Centre Smoke and a Molotov back in towards that angle where Thomas has been holding. He is forced away, and all of a sudden, BuzzKill, they've got 2 players on low health. Last resort now may have a chance in this bomb plant scenario. Can't deny the bomb plant. Okay, Thomas will. He'll climb up, peak at the right time to close it out. That's an 11-4 half. This is good, and in some respects, it's what we expected from BuzzKill.
Yeah, I mean, BuzzKill have just come out. They've shown their dominance. They've had an absolutely fantastic half. We have seen some individuals shine from the last resort. I mean, so far, fantastic map from King Josh. He had a really good half. So, I mean, it's not a lost cause. Yeah, and TLR, this pistol round will be quite a lot more important than it will be for BuzzKill. Like, if they win it, they can string some rounds together, maybe try and pull this back. But right now, just going for this B charge, King Josh managing to hold up 1, and BuzzKill, they're actually being mowed down right now. Pulse manages to find himself 1 more. King Josh peeking away. That's a nice headshot. Can he find another one? Is he going to continue to contest? He's not going to drop down. He is going to re-peek. He's going to keep peeking it, and he's going to find the headshot. Now all on Lazar and King Josh. Oh my goodness. 4 kills. A crispy aim from him. BuzzKill, absolutely no chance. He's going to continue to jiggle peek, and they're not going to be able to get him.
King Josh up to 18 as we enter the start of the second half. He did well on the first pistol round as well, so he's been warming up his pistol aim, certainly, and BuzzKill, they are going to force themselves back into this. A scout on pulse towards, well, towards the A ramp. That's where 4 out of the 5 players are heading. Mighty Max solo as he just holds and looks towards B tunnels. Smoked out for now. Soulcast might be providing some form of entry role here. 2 players are towards the sandbags here. It's going to be interesting to see if BuzzKill do predict and expect this. Trouto looking for another. Actually struggles as Soulcast gets 1.
Yeah, the bait works perfectly though, and he is able to swing out and get 2. They were not expecting the second player behind those sandbags, so they actually come out on top with the man advantage. BuzzKill are going to slow things down, not going to continue to push up ramp, and it seems like they are actually going to fall back and try and see what they can do over towards B. Mighty Max charging down JB with the CZ, and he is going to get the kill. That is going to secure them the bomb site as well. He's got the smoke to lock them out. King Josh, though, he's got himself a nice angle. He might be able to get the kill as they try to cross. He's going to botch the spray a little bit, and actually Luz is going to be able to cross and should be able to get the bomb plant.
3-on-2, man advantage to the last resort in this retake scenario. Lazar, he's holding, he's waiting. It's a round which maybe wasn't expected to go towards BuzzKill, but Mighty Max gets those quite quickly. Benny now needs to find 2 in such a quick space of time. This would be a quad kill for the man in question. Does have a kit, does have a smoke to work with, and looking for the angles. Mighty Max not going to commit any further. Lazar is hiding in the corner as well. 1 tap of the bomb, but it won't be enough. There's a 12th round. BuzzKill make the force by workout. Last resort, a little bit unlikely or unlucky side. And they don't have much to work with as maybe they look to pistols.
Yeah, fantastic round for Mighty Max. So single-handedly opening up that B site and then to charge around with the MB9 and get those 2 kills, securing the round for them was absolutely fantastic from him. Really unfortunate that TLR couldn't stop Laza from crossing and getting the bomb down. But now, well, TLR going for that ramp aggression. Laza showing that he's not going to allow them that map control. Give them both bullets in the head. And now a 2-man advantage for BuzzKill as they charge up towards A. And it's King Joss on side with the PT-50 to try and hold things up. Thomas going to swing round, find both of them, all on Husky now with a USP to see what he can do with it, I suppose.
An amazing ace, if it's possible, but feels like it shouldn't be. As BuzzKill get themselves... Actually, they're just pushing for the kill at this point. They don't even want a bomb plant. They just wanted to find the last pulse. The man finding that one. BuzzKill on 13, last resort now. You need to start looking for something, and the money just early on here not going to be helping them either. Pistols, again, what they have to focus on. It could so easily be a 14th for BuzzKill. Last resort's map pick slowly falling away from them.
Yeah, right now as well, the limited money. They're allowing BuzzKill to get to 14. They're playing a dangerous game. King Joss, though, actually going in fast for the flank. He's only able to find himself 1. The timing's not in his favor as Soulcast was running back. So only managing to get themselves 1 kill. 3 of them fall, and Husky's in a position where he's just trying to take these fights. He's just trying to see if he can land a headshot. He does a lot of damage onto Soulcast. Pulse peeks out. Not going to be able to land the headshot, though. So JB is the last man with the CZ. He might be able to deny this bomb plant, though. That I don't think they're going to expect him to be here. They're still going to take the precaution, put the smoke up before they go for this plant, but he could creep in and maybe prevent it. Can he find both kills? No, he can't. Mighty Max going to be suspecting. Going to take the 14th round for BuzzKill. And as you say, I mean, this is TLR's map pick. This is not ideal for them whatsoever.
I kind of expected him just to go for the spray through the smoke, hope to find something, but he still just wanted to play it calmly, didn't want to give up his position, just look for something to be given to him. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Now, last resort, they need to get so many rounds back in their favor. It's an opening pick, which will be welcomed on their side as Benny takes down Soulcast. Not quite the A threat eliminated yet, as Laza just holds. Does the damage to get 1 back. Thomas not taking too much damage from the Molotov there.
That is a really nice angle from Laza, and actually Mighty Max gonna punish King Joss's aggression. He's got a nice angle there. No way King Joss is gonna be expecting that off angle. And I mean, so many players playing off angles. Look at JB's position. He's so aggressive, and that info allows his teammates to be rotating over towards B. They know that they have no ray ramp control. Mighty Max, despite that though, gonna find Husky, and now picking off the TLR players like flies, and they need to respond. Benny finding himself 1, but as Pulse takes down his teammate, it's all on Benny in this 1 versus 3. He's on the right bomb site, but he's still got 3 kills to find. He misses the shot, and Pulse going to put BuzzKill on match point.
I had a bit of hope for last resort. They look good. Certainly not over yet. They've got to get 10 rounds just for overtime on map number 1 here. The buy doesn't really say too much here. Force, Trouto goes for this aggression, but doesn't quite pay off. It's a quick double. It's Thomas and Laza to get 1 back, but won't quite be the case. Husky and King Joss now have so much to do if they want to get back in this map. What do they do, Josh?
Well, Husky's incredibly aggressive. I mean, he'll catch him out on the flank, but he should only really be able to get 1 before they spin around and kill him. But we can only hope for the best if timing's in his favor. But it's actually looking like Laza is watching behind, so he should catch him out. Mighty Max spins around and gets the timing anyway. His Spidey sense is kicking in. So a 4 versus 1 now for BuzzKill. And Laza gonna bang King Joss straight through the smoke. And actually, I think he had a 1-way on him.